y'all, Jill here, and welcome back to Whispering Willow Farm. Today's video is one that I shot the other day when I was needing to buy groceries. Now, we get asked a lot, how do you know how to grow enough food for your family? Do you actually grow enough food for your family? Are you supplementing from the grocery store? What does this look like? And the truth is, for my family of 5, we are primarily, I would say about over 80% growing and raising all of our own animal protein, all of our vegetables. The things we're having to source out is raw milk, some additional fruits. We're buying grains and things like that from Azure Standard. But other than that, my backyard is my grocery store, which is really convenient. And so the other night we needed groceries. And so what did I do? I grabbed my basket, I headed out my back door, and I harvested weeks worth of food. We are harvesting right now over about 50 pounds a week of food. We grow on succession, so we're growing year round. This makes it so convenient for my family. And while yes, it takes planning in the preseason, I am having to start seeds. I'm growing varieties that thrive in my climate and my environment. But there is nothing more satisfying and more gratifying than literally walking out my back door and shopping for my family of 5 every single week. So I wanted to do this fun video and share with you guys how I'm harvesting weeks worth of food for my family right out my back door. And hopefully it encourages you guys too, that if you are wanting to also become less reliant and more sustainable, and honestly just know where your food comes from. There's nothing, in my opinion, scarier than going to the grocery store because you don't know how it was grown, what's been sprayed on it. Sometimes even when you're buying organic, you have to really trust that it is what it says it is. And so how I can just ease my mind, make sure I'm growing the cleanest food for my family in a way that aligns with my values, that I feel good about, is to do it myself. And there is nothing better than that. So let's grab our harvest baskets and let's head up. So first up, let's head to the fruit section. You guys, these are first year strawberries and we have been so impressed at how well they have done. We bought these starts from a local farmer who just raved about them, and we have definitely understood why. This is my sweet little June's favorite job every single day, is to go outside and harvest strawberries. I would say our biggest nuisance right now is to make sure that we get them before the ants or the rain turns them to mush. But we are harvesting so many. Obviously, we're eating a whole bunch of these, freezing for smoothies, and I've thrown some in the freeze dryer.
You did good. We need a bigger bowl. A bigger bowl?
Yeah. No doubt she's impressed. So now let's head to get some blackberries. But first, I noticed these little snap peas on the trellis. Nathan's inside making the kids salad for dinner. So I thought I'd harvest some of these real quick just to add with their dinner. We're not getting a ton of these, but we are getting a nice little handful, which makes it nice, honestly, just for fresh eating or to quickly throw on top of a salad or something along that line. I'm not sure we'd grow these again. They weren't really my favorite, but we'll do a quick nasturtium harvest as well because these taste so good and they are absolutely beautiful on a salad. So let's harvest some of these real quick. Take them inside, pass them off to the kiddos to go with their dinner, and then we will continue on our harvest. Now, these blackberries, as you can see, are absolutely massive. They produce in the summer, and they also produce in the fall, which is great. They came from Stark Brothers, and we have just been so pleased. We really don't have a huge issue with the birds or any other sort of pest. Obviously, we could do a lot better at trellising them, but it doesn't seem to be affecting their production whatsoever. So again, we're eating a lot of these seasonal fruits that we're growing. Strawberries, blackberries, some raspberries. But right now, we're eating blackberries every single day, but we're freezing a ton of them. They're great to go into smoothies. And we're also freeze drying quite a bit because, my goodness, they make for a delicious snack. So we're gonna be here for a minute. Hope you enjoy. just when you thought we were done? Just kidding. Okay, really are. We are wrapping up. Let's grab some quick time to go on our sourdough. We'll harvest some herbs later, but real quick, let's take it inside and weigh it. See what we have. I have been trying to compare and see what the price is in the store for organic fruit based off of what we are growing here at home. So you guys can see here, I've got over a pound, and that's over $10 worth of blackberries. Now Nathan went out and harvested this head of lettuce for dinner, but let's pass through the flower aisle as we go to the produce. But don't worry, we already harvested several bouquets this week. Are these not absolutely beautiful? I'm telling you, nothing beats it. All right, so now let's talk about cucumbers. We have so many cucumbers. We grow the same variety every year because, well, why wouldn't we? We are yielding so much off of these plants. These are called the Katrina cucumbers. Much like any grocery store one. Mama's got to stop and take a little snack. But these are the Katrina cucumbers. I buy them from Johnny's Seeds because we are buying organic seed. They're expensive, you guys. I mean, I'm talking about like $29 for a packet of 15 seeds. However, I am harvesting over, in peak season, so right now, 10 to 20 pounds of fruit off of these every single day. And I only have 12 plants planted. That is more than enough. We'll do multiple successions. So you might be asking, what the heck are you doing with that many cucumbers? Well, my kids happen to love cucumbers, so we are eating fresh a ton. These are great when we're outside working or just cold snacks in the fridge for later. But the bigger ones we're juicing, so we're juicing a ton, fresh eating a ton. We're also fermenting, and I have also been taking some of these and supplying a local juice shop. So that's one of the ways that we're consuming a lot of our vegetables is by juicing it. If you go to the store and buy organic juice, a lot of times it's filled with fillers and stuff I do not feel comfortable with, like extra sugar and things I can't even pronounce. And so these big cucumbers are great to juice with some celery, some carrots, can throw in some blackberries. We've even been adding some of our relight salt just to mix up the flavor. So it's a great way to utilize our produce, and then we're also saving money because we're not having to buy these juices from the store. So while you can harvest these bigger, which the bigger ones we save for juicing, we actually prefer to harvest them pretty small for fresh eating, and especially if we're going to be pickling them, they just keep their crunch and taste a lot better. But you guys, check out this harvest. Oh, doesn't look like the tomatoes are ready yet, so we'll check back next week to see if we can yield anything there. But now let's move on to celery. So I just mentioned what we're doing with celery. Primarily, we are juicing this. It goes great with the other things that we are growing. Granted, we will chop some up and put it in a salad all day long, but for the most part, this is to cut down on our cost of having to buy fresh juice. They do great here in my zone. They're very productive. Instead of harvesting the entire stalk of celery, you'll notice I'm just removing the outside stems. By doing this, it's going to allow the plant to last longer, and I can continue to harvest off of it longer. So this way, I'm just going through, snipping off those outside, gathering a few bunches, and we'll take it inside to add with our juice for the next week. All right, it's time to pause, get my affairs in order. Otherwise, there's no way I'm going to be able to carry this basket inside. So literally, I just am rubber banding these, which, whoops, looks like I should have picked another rubber band. So there's one nice bunch of celery. I'm going to go through, harvest another one, just because I know if I were to go to a grocery store, how many bunches I would need to make the amount of juice that I would need to make to last my family for the week. Check out how beautiful that is, you guys. How stunning. All right, let's go drop this off and we will continue our shopping spree. While the kohlrabi's ready to harvest, I'm not ready to do anything with it, so we're going to keep that until next week, and instead I'm going to harvest some heads of lettuce. Look at this beautiful butter crunch head, absolutely beautiful. We'll add that just to last us for the next few days, but as you guys can see here, we are definitely not short on lettuce. I'm growing varieties that can withstand our Arkansas heat, and I'm also planting them in multiple successions to ensure we have enough. I'm just grabbing a few onions here. We wanted to do a quick pickle just to go with some of the dishes we're going to be cooking in the next week or so. So just a couple of these that we'll do a quick ferment on. And then let's talk about these radishes. We're eating these every single day with our salads. Maybe we're just eating them fresh with some homemade ranch dip. But we absolutely love these. We'll go through and do a big harvest and put them in cold storage. Right now we're just harvesting enough for our weekly meals. So into the basket it goes, and we will take this inside as well. Check out all of that beautiful food. Back inside, can't forget about the sourdough bread. I make several loaves a week. And so now I wanted to go through and actually weigh and figure out how many of these cucumbers did we harvest. You guys, it was quite a lot. And friends, just like that, we were able to harvest weeks worth of food for my family of 5 right out my back door. But here's the kicker. While this food will last us weeks, we are harvesting this much and more every single day. Now, the food area that we're growing in is only 1,700 square feet. 1,700 square feet is feeding my family of 5 year-round with ease. Like I said, I did harvest weeks worth of food, but we are literally harvesting this every single day. Just this morning, I harvested 20 pounds of cucumbers. I am harvesting multiple heads of lettuce every day, literal buckets of spinach. We are harvesting radish, carrots, and beets and putting them in cold storage, and we'll pull from them for fresh eating, to ferment, and to think that the tomatoes and the peppers haven't even come on yet, you guys. We are harvesting so much food. Now, while we are growing in 1,700 square feet and able to yield this much, this harvest I showed you guys was off of 2 3 by 48 foot long beds was the majority of this harvest. And then maybe about 10 feet of cucumbers. So what does that tell you guys? You do not have to have a large space to be growing a lot of food, and I hope this was a testament to that. But if you guys have any questions, make sure you drop them down below and be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks y'all. I'll talk to you soon.